abortion statistics since Roe v. Wade. Let's talk about that. Hi, guys.
This is pretty much been explained.
Jonathon Daily.
So Roe v. Wade was overturned by the Dobbs decision in June of 2022. So national trends in overall volume. In 2023, 1.03 to 1.04 million clinically provided abortions, up slightly 1% from 2022 and roughly 12% higher than 2020. So the reason I wanted to talk about this is remember when Roe v. Wade was overturned, remember the huge deal that the left made and said, oh, your right to an abortion, your right to healthcare is going to be gone. Well, guys, what this is showing is that obviously wasn't true. People on the right, conservative movement, were telling people this whole time just because it was overturned, it wasn't going to cause abortions to be illegal. No, abortions have actually increased since then. So as of course the right was correct here, as typically are. But, you know, you guys all forgot about that because it's been 2-3 years since then. So whatever the trending, big political, emotionally invoking issue of the day is what the left and the Democrats are going to talk about. So at the time, it was a big deal. But of course, once the dust settles and you actually see the legislation enacted and the results of Roe v. Wade being overturned, you'll see it wasn't as big of a deal as they said, of course. And what's astonishing about this is telehealth accounted for 20 to 25% of the abortions by late 2024. So telehealth, I assume that means people are they're in a state that has pretty restricted access to abortions. They do a telehealth appointment with a doctor from a different state where it's less restrictive and they get an abortion pill prescribed to them. I could be wrong there. Correct me if I'm wrong, comment section. So that's what I'm assuming. But yeah, a vast majority of abortions are done via the abortion pill now. And it's just a sad, disgraceful thing that we're going towards. So disproportionate, of course, there's always this argument that ChatGPT brings up, because this is the argument that every left-leaning news journalist brings up. Disproportionate effects on Blacks, Hispanics, low-income, and rural individuals with mounting barriers to travel, lodging, childcare, and legal restrictions. Yes, we know. Go look up the original founder of Planned Parenthood, and you'll see that they love abortions because they were extremely racist and extreme white supremacists who wanted Black people to kill their babies and wanted Hispanic and brown people to kill their babies. So go look at that. That ought to show you what's going on and show you that we need to get back to a time in society where sex is actually not looked at as a transaction, but looked as a holy covenant between a man and a woman. It should be a man and his wife. It should be sacred. It should not be something you hand out like a handshake. That way, we get back to a time where if you get pregnant, it's because you want to be pregnant, and not where, oh yeah, if you just shake the hands or have sex with every other guy you meet, there's a large chance that you're going to get pregnant, and you should be prepared for those consequences. And of course, oh, what if I get raped? Yeah, that's like 0.001% of abortions. But yeah, go ahead and make that argument. Still, it's the killing of a child. That's the only disgraceful but respectful argument that people make when it comes to abortion, is people that acknowledge that they're killing a human, but that the mother has more rights than that human because they're older and they can think and talk. And that's a disgraceful argument, but it's the only one I respect, because it is a human body. It's a human being that you're killing when you commit an abortion.
For the latest in case updates, legal tips, news, and politics, make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and our other socials, and above all, subscribe on YouTube to get your dose of excellence on a daily basis.